So, Patricia, you mentioned, I was just wondering what you did during the war.
During the war, I was in London during the Blitz and all the rest of it, and my father was a policeman. And one particular night I can remember him bringing me out of the air raid shelter to look at the sky because it was bright red where they were burning the docks, they bombed the docks. I also was evacuated. I was evacuated 3 times, no, maybe 4. First of all, I went down to Cornwall, where my sister was born, down in Cornwall. Then we came back and stayed up here for a little while. And then later on, I was evacuated again with my 2 sisters, Kate and Eileen, and we went up to Barnsley in Yorkshire. When I was about 14, getting on for 14, I think, 11, 12, and I did quite well, but my father came up and brought me home, basically I think because Mum was missing me, I don't know. But anyway, I came home and then I was evacuated down to a place called Appledore, which is near Westward Ho, and that is very pretty. But that was okay. But then I came back, and after that it was the war, and when it was the armistice, we went up to London and joined in the crowds in Trafalgar Square, and they were singing and dancing and all the rest of it up there, which we thoroughly enjoyed. And basically that's it. I went to school during the war in Wimbledon, and then I was doing an examination, and it was an oral one which I had to run across Dundonald Park, and there was an air raid going on with a bomber going across the top of me, and I was scared stiff. But they shoved me in straight away, and I failed because it was an oral and I was nervous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they still put you in the exam even though there was a bomb thing
They
there?
still put me in,
Oh.
even though I'd run across a park with a bomber running across the top of me. But,
wow, that's amazing. Yeah. That's really quite amazing. And you mentioned the red skies when the bombs were going off. Was that scary or?
No, because that was in the centre of London, and my father, who was a policeman, he was on night duty, and he came to the shelter that I was staying with my mum and sisters, and he called me out and he said, "Remember this sky, because they're burning the docks in London."
They burning
they
docks?
bombed them. They bombed the docks in London.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And the sky was bright red. You could see it was just a red sky across it.
And where was the shelter you would go
to? It was a converted garage that had been reinforced with pillars and all the rest of it, so that nothing could, fall in on you.
And was that like a neighbour's garage or?
No, it was a man who owned a garage across the road, an engineering company.
How many people were in the garage?
There was me and I don't know how many, but there was all our family, plus a couple of others.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really... It sounds scary, to be honest. So imagine London burning, it'd be quite exciting.
It looked as though it was burning, but of course, we were quite sturdy people.
Quite safe. And how did it feel when you went, when you were evacuated? Was that a scary moment as well in your life, or?
No, not really. I mean, because of the age, children don't. I don't think they were, unless it's actually happening in the street. But we went one time when we went up to Barnsley. Some little horror of a boy pulled my hair ribbon off and threw it out the train. But apart from that, no, I liked it. But I miss my mother and obviously my father. But when I was with Mother down in Appledore, that was quite nice because it's on the, but there's a bit of estuary.
Oh, okay. And how long would you spend away when you was evacuated?
Well, I suppose about 6 months, sometimes a bit longer. Auntie Eileen and Kath they stayed away longer up in Yorkshire, but I came back, and I suppose about 6 months to 9 months at a time,
Yeah, and did you have one of those gas masks in the box?
Yes, we had to carry the gas mask in the box. Yeah, everywhere we went, we had to carry the gas mask, and we had ration books, and everything was rationed.
Do you still have your gas mask? Or?
No, you handed it in.
Did you have to hand it back over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. That'd be memorabilia for you.
Well, as far as I know, we had to, yes, because Dad was in it.
Yeah, and when the bombs were going off, like, did any go off close to your house?
One of the first ones that went off was in Hartfield Road, and if you go out there now, you'll see a bungalow halfway up Hartfield Road, and it's in between two big storey houses, and that's where the bomb fell.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, they still have they redone it now?
No, they've just put a bungalow there instead of a house.
Oh, right. Okay, so you can tell where...
Yeah.
And that was one of the first ones?
That's where it fell, one of the first ones fell, yeah.
Do you still remember hearing the first one go off? Or?
Oh, yeah. That was not... When they had air raid, that was a bit nerve-wracking, yeah.
Yeah, what was the... was it a siren that went off for the air raid?
Sirens.
Yeah.
And then the all clear.
What was the all clear? Was that another siren?
Yes, it was another siren, but a different tone.
Oh, okay. And how long would they last?
Well, I don't know, about a couple of minutes, if that.
Yeah.
But it's just to let you know there was trouble on the way, or if trouble had gone.
Oh, okay. No, I meant the actual bombings. How long would they last?
They could last all night sometimes.
Yeah.
Not bombing, but the air raids would be.
Yeah, it's not all clear until.
Yeah, not all clear until it cleared London.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
That's all right.
It was very nice talking to you.
That's okay.